Good morning, everyone. Good morning, wherever you are. Good afternoon, good evening, whichever part of the world you're at. Every now and then, it's good to have some banter. It's good to laugh at the misery of the rivals because they do the same. They do the same when we go through it. And it's so great when Chelsea slaps up 6 against Southampton, and in the same day, Man United is in the mud, and so is Arsenal Football Club. I love this game.
All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
Right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. Let's react to Everton 1, Man United 0, Arsenal 1, Brighton 2. Their fan bases, like their respective fan base, are in absolute mud, in turmoil. The decline of Man United is actually quite monumental, especially this season, and Arsenal bottle jobbing big time the top 4 race. I love this game. It's great to see. Safe to say that we've at least for now locked up the top 3, the third position. It is what it is. Been a tumultuous season, at least with Arsenal. They only get to play once a week, and they're still absolutely bottling it. And it's not like they didn't spend money. They spent a lot of money. And similarly with Man United, they spent a good amount of money, and they look like they could finish Conference League position. It's mad. Let's first of all start with Mark Goldbridge and see what he had to react for this particular loss for Man United.
And they don't do it. They don't run. They're lazy. I mean, ultimately, like some fans queue up outside afterwards for autographs. I reckon there'll be a load of fans queuing up with bags of carrots to feed those donkeys some food on the way on the bus home, because they belong in a donkey sanctuary. They're not even good donkeys. They belong in a donkey retirement home. We should be raising money for this donkey sanctuary, because those players are an absolute disgrace. Make them play bare-chested against Norwich. They don't deserve to wear the shirt. They're an absolute disgrace. And I'm fed up of saying it, but that performance there, it was completely and utterly obvious that they are not playing for the shirt. People have joked about...
Guys, I have to say, that performance from Man United, it was incredible. They had a lot of the ball, but they did nothing with it. And players like Bruno Fernandes, the fraudulencia, the fraud character has gone missing yet again. When are we going to realize, do you know what I mean, like the greater footballing society out there, that this particular player has a tendency of not showing up when Man United really need him to show up? Marcus Rashford is going south and very quick. Cristiano Ronaldo couldn't care less, and then he's slamming some kid's phone on the way to the tunnel post-match. Ralph Rangnick, ladies and gentlemen, apparently the father of Thomas Tuchel and Jurgen Klopp, the father, he's the father. He's the one who's taught them how to manage footballing sides, getting beaten by Frank Lampard and his Everton side, who apparently has won 3 out of the last 20 Premier League matches. That was a very, very professional performance from Everton, and I'm actually shocked. I expected Frank Lampard to fold, to really fold against Man United, but silly me to think that. Let's have a look at what Saeed had to say, ladies and gentlemen.
3 points today. Man United, the gift that keeps on giving. Man United are the gift that keeps on giving. We are a joke, mate. An absolute joke. You know this football club, yeah? Ten Hag ain't saving these lot. These players are a disgrace. I'm saying this to you right now. Wan-Bissaka's not a footballer. I'm saying it right now. He's not a footballer. Bruno Fernandes spends half of the time on the floor and he's asking for 250 grand a week. And we've given it him. 250 grand a week. What are you doing on the pitch, man? Instead of moaning all the time, yeah? Do something on the pitch. I'm sick of these players, man. I'm sick of these players. They paid a lot of money to do what, man? Nothing.
To go to Conference League.
Seriously, I'll be genuinely honest with you, man. Ten Hag, yeah? A lot of you think that he's going to save this football club and we're going to be back and all that, mate. I'm sorry. I think we're just doomed. I genuinely think that United are just doomed, man. Nobody.
United's doomed. I love to see. I have to say, it's good to see a club like Man United, who's bossed the Premier League for so long, going through such turmoil, a proper turmoil. They've not won a single silverware for 5 seasons, ladies and gentlemen. As deep. And to lose to Everton, who's in the relegation battle, that is the cherry on top of a huge, huge cake. I mean, it's incredible. We could possibly see Cristiano Ronaldo in the Conference League. I don't even know what music they play in the Conference League. I mean, it's mad. Surely he's not going to stick around. Surely he's not going to stick around. Let's have a look at what Football Terrace had to say, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't want to take anything away from Everton, but this channel doesn't cover Everton Football Club. We cover the traditional top 6 in the Premier League. To be outmaneuvered, outthought, outplayed by Everton, who have been sinking like the goddamn Titanic, who have been leaking goals like a broken fridge. It's the most Fabian Delph was man of the match. Fabian Delph has been in hospital all year.
It's mad.
Man of the match. Fabian Delph bossed the midfield. Fabian Delph nullified Manchester United today. Iwobi cost £30 million and has been a sack of shit in Liverpool since Arsenal robbed them. He looked brilliant today. Brilliant.
Actually did.
Out of this world.
I have to say, ladies and gentlemen, Fabian Delph was actually a very, very good player. Amazing. Fabian Delph. When was the last time we said anything about Fabian Delph? It's quite mad. These are the levels of players that Everton had, and they outplayed the likes of, Fred came off halftime or just before halftime. Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho, Cristiano Ronaldo, Matic. Matic, I suppose, is in his older days. A little bit of soft spot as well, ex-Chelsea player, But Harry Maguire, ladies and gentlemen, it was a ricochet. It was a deflection of him. I mean, he's the gift. He's, as Saeed said, Man United is the gift that keeps giving. Alex Iwobi as well, ladies and gentlemen, reject from Arsenal, made to look like a superstar. But do you know what, ladies and gentlemen? It doesn't end here. We do have to talk about Arsenal as well and how they're capitulating and absolutely. But this has to be one of the most gargantuan bottle job in terms of screwing up a top 4 race. They were in front, and they had games in hand FC. Do you know what I mean? And now those games are evaporating, and Spurs, team to look out for next season. They look serious under Antonio Conte, and they're looking to get into gears. But Arsenal getting thumped. I didn't really get to watch the match, but the scoreline losing at home. They were 2-0 down. So, yeah, it is getting thumped against Brighton, who's not won for a very long time, and getting that victory at Emirates. Let's see what Troops had to react.
Come and they break their streak on us.
I love this guy.
Pathetic showing. Your thoughts on the game?
It's done.
It's done.
It's done. 6 years, no Champions League, blood. It's done.
It's mad. It's mad, ladies and gentlemen. 6 years, no Champions League. And the audacity of this fan base. They talk like they're some sort of European prestigious club. Like they talk, they walk around, they've got this swagger like there's something. You're nothing. You're literally nothing. You've come 8th for the last 2 seasons in the Premier League. I wouldn't be surprised if you end up coming 6th or 7th again this season. You can't even win the Europa League. Good evening. Beat you guys last season. This fan base needs to calm down. They need humbling. They had the audacity to think they were coming for our 3rd position. Oh, we're not worried about the 4th. 4th is in the bag. We're coming for the 3rd. 3rd's no trophy anyway. Have some shame. We're not proud we're coming 3rd. It is what it is. We want to challenge for the Premier League. and you're aiming for third like it's something, like you've made it. It's embarrassing. Let's see how Lee Judges is reacting.
Without a goal and they've come here.
It's becoming a thing. It feels like Arsenal. When teams aren't getting their results and their wins, they come here and they can get their 3 points.
Yeah, that's another little statistic like I've been told. Like that's Brighton's first ever win in the Premier League in April. He loves a record, does old Arteta, doesn't he? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know. And I'm sorry, everybody like, you know, and it's great. Everybody singing him, praising him against Aston Villa. Super Mikel Arteta. Right. When it goes wrong, call him out and all, like, you know what I mean? Because that was shocking. The team selection was shocking. What Tavares now? He might as well get his suntan cream and go on holiday because he's finished. He's finished. He ain't going to be playing now.
I love it, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, these two clubs, along with Liverpool as well, like, I would love to. I mean, Liverpool, what can you do? They're just so well run at the moment, but I love to see their demise, man. Every time Liverpool bottles something, I love it. But it's, you know, right now they're not doing that. But especially Man United and Arsenal, I love it. Simply love it. I'm sure you guys, the Chelsea fan base, they love to see when these two teams, rivals, collapsing. Obviously, Tottenham, when they bottle it as well, it's fantastic. But they're serial bottlers. We'll see what happens with Antonio Conte. But Arsenal, it's so good. The weekend is so good when you can see that perhaps the top four is just slipping away from them. And Man United, God knows what's their future is going to be like. Yes, they're going to get Ten Hag, and perhaps they will turn things around. And when you think about a club like Man United, you'd probably think when they get the right manager, and you know they always love to splash money, so they possibly will turn things around. But Arsenal, if they don't make top four this season, I don't think they'll make top four ever again, seriously, because all the other teams, they'll wake up, they will not be in this same scenario. Obviously, you got City and Liverpool, they'll go ahead. Chelsea, us, once we get the ownership sorted, hopefully, you know, we get back into it and think about challenging. And Man United, as I said, they're not going to be always in the gutter. I know for the past 5 seasons they have been, but I think they'll start changing things around. And Spurs, they're coming along. Arsenal is a long day. It is a long day for you guys. So, look, it's great. I love it. We move on to Real Madrid. We'll see what we can do. I'm confident we can do some sort of damage. Yeah, this is how I want to part, ladies and gentlemen, with this particular footage. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I want to share this with you. I think this is the perfect way to end things. Let's go.
He has to score eventually. He has to score eventually.
Oh, I'm dying. I'm dying. Oh
Wow.
my days.
We are